Welcome back to the Nerdery. I'm JD.
Patty.
And I'm Jimmy.
And we are watching Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
For Pulp Grinder Part 2. Because we had so much fun doing it last week. And Patty didn't get to partake.
I know.
Well, we had a lot of fun trying to do it last week.
Yeah.
But, you know, Game 5 of the World Series was pretty entertaining, too.
Yeah.
So.
But hey, we won.
Yes.
Finally.
Go Astros.
Yep. I just need Cleveland to win it next year. And I'll be plenty happy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did it! Yay! Every time.
I missed that, Patty.
Aw, thanks. Hey, Keith's here.
What's up, Keith?
Pause the show and let's go get drunk, Thug Life.
Keith, you gotta come to Ren Fair, man.
You know, you bring up something that I normally have and I don't right now.
What's up with that?
Alcohol?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, I can fix that. I can just go take a trip to the truck, man.
Yeah, I got alcohol.
Oh, it's just not in your hands.
Yeah.
He's fixing the issue, the technical issue of no alcohol.
Getting that handled. So.
Did y'all introduce yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
You missed it. Oh my god. So we're talking pulpy stuff.
Yes.
Pulpy stuff.
Heroes,
That sounds
villains,
gross.
whatnot.
Can be. It just depends on what kind of pulp
Pulpy
we're talking
stuff?
about here.
I know paper mills smell, and I think they have pulp in them.
Yeah.
And
Paper
orange
mills are
juice
horrible.
pulp is pretty gross.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually
I'm a Pulp fan.
it's actually really good for you.
I don't like it.
It's where,
I'll eat an orange.
it's where all the vitamin C really is. If you're ever sick, you just drink a gallon of orange juice, as much pulp as you can get.
I just take a pill for that.
Right? And I just bought some pills for that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a jar of that in the truck, man.
Harley Davidson?
No, I don't have any Harley Davidson.
Stuff's pretty stout.
I did my makeup tonight for Tanya.
Yay!
So there. I had to point that out. Because I told you I would, and I did.
This is not for children.
No, even though they're colorful ice cubes.
So they don't water it down.
Those are my colorful ice cubes for my wine.
Nice.
It works, though.
Okay, so.
Well, since it's on, we'll start with the Blues Brothers. Obviously, Jake and Elwood, heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd more call them anti-heroes.
Yeah. There's a couple of villains in this one.
Yeah.
You got
But
the
not
Chicago,
Aretha Franklin.
The Illinois Nazis?
Oh, the Illinois Nazis. You got the Chicago State Police.
Oh,
Yeah.
With John Candy kind of not being
He was
the bad guy. He's kind of like, you know,
he was
passing the
a
orange
probation
whips around.
officer.
Yeah. Orange whip. 3 orange whips.
Now, what would you call the Penguin?
Oh, well, I would call her kind of the well, I wouldn't call her the villain because she's
I
kind
feel
of
like she's villainous.
she is, but at the same time, without her, they don't have a reason.
They wouldn't
have
be
a
who
movie.
they are right now.
Yeah.
They're
So,
sent
yeah.
on a quest, or they're sent on a mission from God.
I hate when that happens.
You know? And
But they wouldn't be on a mission from God if it weren't for her.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So she's kind of an anti-hero too then.
But, I mean, if you thought of stuff like that, like going back to Charlie's Angels, wouldn't Charlie be, like, a bad person too for putting the angels in danger all the time and sending them on missions?
I don't know. That's kind of sketchy.
I feel like this is it's sketchy.
That's kind of sketchy. I don't know.
That's some sketchy Yankee shit, Patty.
I'm sorry!
Does that make Cab Calloway a sidekick? In this?
No, I would say Cab Calloway is the other end of them going on their journey, on their mission. You know, he really drove it home and kind of made them realize, yeah, we got to do something. You know, it's not just the Penguin telling us. It's, you know, it's our mentor. So.
What about Carrie Fisher?
Carrie Fisher's definitely a villain. she's psychotic in this movie, and it's great. It's rare you get to see her play a character like that. I mean, come on, she blows up Elwood's apartment with an RPG.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane. With John Candy and a couple of patrol officers in it.
Well.
And she also tried to run him over in the phone booth.
Yeah. She's absolutely psychotic. But in that sense, she is the villain, but at the same time, her villainous acts are spurned on because of Jake. If Jake hadn't been so villainous towards her in the past, she probably wouldn't be doing that crap.
See, it's all his fault.
So she is a tragic villain.
I would say that Jake and Elwood are former villains trying to become heroes.
With a little help from God.
This movie is very intricate. If you look at it from that perspective. I mean, it's not clearly defined.
No.
I mean, they're getting slapped the shit out with a yardstick.
I should have been a nun. Could I do that? Yes! She broke it. Sorry.
You can't do it now.
Ooh.
It's
I
too
know.
late for you, Patty. You have permanent reason to
Damage?
get done now.
Permanent damage. I don't know. I think I'd look awesome in one of them little dresses.
Ow,
I
you
mean, you
fat
could buy
penguin!
one for Halloween. Or just for like a Tuesday at Walmart for funsies.
Oh my god. Only if you get a matching one.
I'll do it.
Let's just walk around.
We'll do it.
What are y'all doing?
We're gonna
Oh,
walk
you're
around
gonna
in
walk
nun
around
gear.
as nuns? I mean,
Combat boots and nun gear.
are you
Hell
talking
yeah.
about
And
like?
we can hold hands.
Are you talking about like the straight up like the
I don't
nun get
know.
up she's in?
We haven't gotten that far into the planning yet.
That's
Are we
what-
talking like the slutty little miniskirt nuns?
We literally just figured out we're doing it.
That's how this works.
Need a drink.
Some like garter belts and stuff, little mini skirts.
Smooth.
I think we get lynched down here.
Nah.
They don't really go in for that anymore.
Probably have a lot of people gawking at you.
Yeah.
But,
There's not a lot of Catholics, it seems like, down here though. that
There's
I've
a
run
lot
across.
of Catholics.
Really?
It's the like Latin
Okay,
Spanish
well them, yeah.
tradition, culture, religion.
I always like Catholics.
Jeez.
They like me. I don't know why, so I like them
He's
back.
like
They're really
Catholics.
nice to me.
As far as the live chat goes, it looks like Keith just decided not to go get drunk with us. And
Where are you,
He's
Keith?
getting drunk by himself because we're not there.
He said, "Fuck this shit. I'm going."
I'm
to
drinking
bar."
about you.
Don't make me text you.
We didn't pause it.
No, we didn't.
We don't pause this shit.
No, it's live.
It's live. Can't do that.
You know,
Well, we've done the John Hughes movies.
Mm-hmm.
that I missed.
Yeah,
Son
you
of
did.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We did Labyrinth.
What the fuck?
Didn't we?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Well, you didn't even watch.
I didn't watch. No, I didn't watch. I was too pissed off I wasn't going to be there. I was bitter. Oh, yeah, he's got the mini-me trying to sleep. That shit ain't going to happen, dude.
No.
Give up.
So what else? What else can we do?
I'm angry now.
I know I said I was going to come up with a big list of movies, but it was an incredibly busy week for me, so I didn't have time to.
A busy weekend for me.
Aww, that's cute.
Yeah.
By the way, nowadays you have to really hunt a lot to find a skinny tie.
Yeah, I believe it.
You do.
Believe it. They're not in style.
Trying to think. I didn't know I'd have to come up with stuff.
I mean, if you're gonna dress up like the Blues Brothers for Halloween or something, you can't go with like an actual white shirt. You gotta go with kind of like an off cream.
Cream?
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
you want to look a little
Dirty.
dirty,
Yeah.
disheveled. Like you're wearing your finest, and your finest just isn't good enough.
Keith
'Cause
just
that's all
said
we're-
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
I like that movie
Man.
a lot.
Which one?
Yeah, the new one or the original?
I don't think I saw the new one.
Oh,
I like
okay.
the original.
Yeah.
That was one of those ones that I was afraid they were going to ruin it, so I just didn't watch the second
Well,
one.
I think Cohagen was definitely the villain in that one, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then
But would you consider Arnold's character a hero? I mean, he didn't really. He went into it not really knowing what the hell he was going to do.
yeah, but he did destroy an entire industry.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. He destroyed an entire economy.
Whatever. Girlfriend, wife, whatever the hell her name is.
Oh,
she
yeah.
was evil as hell.
Yeah. Michael Ironside, definitely a villain. A henchman.
Mm. What about his construction buddy who looks like Mr.
His Whipple?
Yeah. Recall.
I'd call him a henchman too.
Mr. Whipple.
Told me I blabbed about Mars.
What was that? Double Brutal?
Yeah, that was Double Brutal recalling Mars.
Yeah.
Austrian Death Machine.
Austrian Death Machine.
I would love to go there with the little green men. One time I was there, I remember. But yeah, I don't know if you could really call Arnie a hero in that one, because like
He was just trying to survive. It wasn't like he was on a mission or anything.
He was on a personal mission,
Oh, yeah.
and he affected the lives of pretty much everybody on Mars because of it.
But it wasn't like a moral mission or anything like that. Like to save the day.
It became one.
It became one, but that didn't help why he embarked on that mission. Pretty much if he had failed, because we all know that history is written by the winning side, if he had failed, it would have been domestic terrorism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did destroy an entire economy.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops, I did that.
But I like this Arnie kick.
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten.
Aww.
I love that movie so much. And I even love the sequel.
Oh no, that movie was horrible with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Was it really good
Yeah.
for you?
No.
I actually enjoyed it.
It was terrible. It was so bad.
I never saw it.
Don't. Please.
I think it's on Crackle.
It might be. I know I've watched it recently. Because I was like, oh shit, I love the first one. Let's watch this. No.
I'm a diehard Arnie fan, but I liked it. And just like the new Total Recall, I expected it to hate every second of it because there's no Arnie, but I liked it.
Keith is going nuts.
Mr. Nanny, I don't remember that one.
Mr. Nanny. That was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought we were going to, I was about to say, I thought, an Arnie kick wouldn't be bad, but...
No, let's go on an Arnie kick here. Kindergarten Cop, obviously Arnie's the hero.
Yeah. Under mobsters or whatever in that one.
Yeah.
So obviously those were
well,
the
I
bad
think
guys.
the mom was like the ultimate villain. The mother of the bad guy. She was the ultimate villain.
Yeah.
And the kids were the obstacle that he had to hurdle.
Yeah. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Hell yeah. Sometimes. But not always.
Not always, that's true. When we were kids, that's what our parents taught us, but it's not necessarily what you should teach your kids now.
No. So I have friends that definitely break that rule. So, what else?
Oh, man. How about Batman and Robin?
Oh, I love that movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Wow.
I love that movie.
Wow.
Loved it.
Like, Arnie was the best part of that movie.
Yeah. But Two-Face's girlfriends, Debbie Mazar was one of my favorites.
No. Batman and Robin,
Is
not
that
Batman Forever.
Oh, I get them all mixed up.
Yeah.
I think
Batman Forever was Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Arnie was the one with the penguin?
No, Arnie was the one. He played Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I know that. But
That was that was Batman and Robin. That was the second Joker.
Wasn't there another villain though in that one?
It was Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, and then they had Bane, but Bane was portrayed as a complete and total.
Okay, all of those movies mix up too.
Monkey work. Yeah.
I love them all. I don't care. I do. They all make me happy.
But yeah, as far as like Batman and Robin, I would say that the big villain there was the studio. by deciding to go with like the campy 60s style Batman and Robin show.
I love that.
It's great, but I would rather
Maybe
just...
because I saw him as a kid, it made a big difference.
Well, I watched him too as a kid, and I think it should have just been left there. I mean, I was in that sense, Arnie nailed it. I would say Arnold Schwarzenegger was the only person in that movie to nail it, because he actually got Mr. Freeze from every perspective that he's been portrayed.
Yeah.
There was a Mr. Freeze in the '66 Batman series, and I felt that Arnie was really playing off that character a lot.
Yeah.
But still had the tragedy of Nora Fries, which, she's been frozen because she has this debilitating disease. There's no cure for it.
Yeah.
And that was something. Yeah, but that was something that they hadn't established until the cartoon series. At least as far as I know. Before that, in the comic books, Mr. Freeze was just a ragtag villain that held up banks and stuff like that.
So it gave him a little bit more.
Well, it gave him more, and it made him seem less of a villain. I mean, his purpose for being a villain was taken away. And I can go on and on about Mr. Freeze. You guys watched me do it before. But yeah, I'll say the studio was
the
the
villain
big villain in that one, because God, I was not happy with most of it. I was happy with Mr. Freeze. That was about it. One-liners and all.
All right, everyone, chill.
You're not sending me to the cooler.
Nice to see you.
Keith says twins.
Twins.
Oh, twins.
Danny DeVito was he the villain in that one?
I'd call him an anti-hero.
Anti-hero. I don't know. Danny DeVito, for me, anytime he shows up in a movie or a TV show, he's automatically the villain.
I like him.
Just because he usually plays a character that's very his moral compass is totally out of fucking whack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you watch, like It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
His character on It's Always Sunny is just Frank is fucking ridiculous.
What's the movie he did with Matthew Broderick?
Oh man, Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick.
I think that was them. Where it was all the Christmas decorations and all that crap. He seemed like an alright guy in that movie.
I don't remember that one.
Might not have been Matthew Broderick, I don't know.
But twins.
Julius, definitely the hero. Definitely. Who is the real villain in that one, though?
What I would say in twins, it's been forever.
I know, that's my issue.
I was gonna say in Junior, it would, that's debatable, but twins. Junior's debatable because the situation that they have to overcome is that Arnie's pregnant.
Yeah.
And which in turn,
nothing to wear.
Yeah, which in turn would mean that he and Danny DeVito are the villains. They are villains to themselves because they put themselves in this situation.
Yeah.
Like it was
I will never forget him sitting there.
Jingle All the Way was the one with all the Christmas
Jingle
decorations.
All the Way.
I know that's the one with
Phil Hartman and Sinbad.
But there's another one with Danny DeVito.
Oh, it was Phil Hartman. No, it was Phil Hartman and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes,
and
it is
Sinbad.
Sinbad. Yes, that's right.
But there was another one with Danny DeVito, and it was some sort of Christmas decoration war competition thing. And it's been a very long time since I saw that. But have y'all heard the rumor about triplets?
No.
That there was a third baby allegedly to be played by Eddie Murphy.
Oh, God.
See, we heard about that a long time ago. But I don't remember finding out for sure if that was going to be
I don't think
thing.
that's going to happen.
Yeah. I think as long ago as we heard about it,
I mean,
if it was going to, it would have.
I haven't seen Eddie Murphy in anything, and I think the whole Shrek well has dried up.
Yeah.
So he might be down, but putting him, Danny DeVito, and Arnie in the same room, that's in my opinion, I think that would be kind of hard to do.
Keith said Jingle All the Way was the one with all the Christmas decorations. I remember that one.
That's the one with Arnie and all the Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily call Arnie a hero in that.
No.
He was kind of the villain in that, honestly.
A little bit.
He was a bad guy.
Well, but so was Sinbad. I mean, they were both hell bent on getting that toy, and they were going to get it at any cost.
Yeah.
In turn, both of them, turning themselves into the villains of the movie, and the true hero of the movie was Christmas.
It was kind of a creating of the villains.
Yeah, but the true hero of the movie was Christmas Spirit.
I can see that.
Because at the end of it, they realize what they've done and, you know, how they've wrecked each other's lives trying to get this toy. And realizing how superficial it is.
It's turbo time. Alright, last action hero.
Come on, Jack Slater's the hero. It's the last action hero. That was like...
It's right in the title.
Oh, man. That was the coolest movie because he wasn't afraid to make fun of himself.
No, that's the whole point of the entire movie was him making fun of him.
Yeah.
I like when actors do that. They have like a sense of humor about themselves.
Yeah.
The man certainly does.
And I've heard rumored that he actually handpicked the soundtrack for that movie as well.
Yeah, it was a good soundtrack.
And I know he had a large hand in the writing of the script. So yeah, it's obvious he has a sense of humor about it.
So many memorable moments from that, like when he walks into the PD and you know he's got his ex-wife's on the phone, and he picks up the phone. And he's like, opens his desk drawer, puts a tape recorder on the desk, presses play, and it's him saying, yeah. Puts the phone on it. He just walks away.
There's a cartoon cat on the force. Why shouldn't he be on the force? He did a suspension, or whatever it was.
Yeah. Practice, John. Practice. How are you? How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
Yeah.
Practice. Yeah.
No, it was all about the funeral on the rooftop. You know, help me. Get me out of here! Oh my God! This man is not dead!
He was a terrible cop in that movie. Terrible cop. But it worked because he was in a movie.
Yeah.
You know? It was just making fun of the whole idea of, you know, these cop movies and how all this weird, wacky, crazy, fucked up shit happens. And somehow they survive it.
Yeah.
Isn't that what every movie is?
Not every
weird, wacky, fucked up shit happens and somehow they survive it?
Not every movie.
This is some weird, wacky, fucked up shit right here.
They're on a mission from God. That's why they're surviving.
Beer One Imports.
God is desperate.
Apparently.
I mean, he's enlisted Jake and Elwood Blues to go and, you know.
Well, God also enlisted Jay and Silent Bob. That was pretty desperate too.
Yeah, it was pretty desperate. But you notice Jay and Silent Bob were not alone.
Yeah, left to their own devices.
They had some babysitters. So
yeah, a few.
What about True Lies?
True Lies. Oh man.
I gotta say, Arnie's the villain in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the situation you're looking at. I mean, as far as his marriage, yes, he's the villain because he's kept too much from his wife.
Yeah. Which wound up putting his wife in danger and then their kid.
And Tom Arnold is the enabler, so he just allowed that to happen.
Give me the goddamn page. I love him cursing out the horse. What kind of cop are you? You let him get away.
You know the Harrier,
oh my God.
You know the Harrier jet that was in that movie actually got destroyed on Avengers?
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, it was the Harrier jet that got destroyed whenever Hulk and Thor were fighting on the helicarrier.
Keith says Jamie Lee Curtis can still catch a disc D.
Wow.
I read somewhere that she was born with an oversized clitoris.
Really?
Maybe.
I thought that was a fun fact.
I know that a new Halloween movie is
Don't
coming
worry,
out
Keith.
next
That just
year.
means it's easier to find.
Just flick it with a
And all
newspaper.
those times when I say you suck, there it is.
Flick it with a newspaper.
Oh my God, no.
What's happening?
I Oh, new Halloween movie's coming out next year with Jamie Lee Curtis. She's been posting about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's pictures of her laying down with Michael Myers, like in a promo shot and stuff.
I like this little garage he's stashing the car in.
It's not even a garage. It's an alleyway.
Yeah. It's like an alleyway with doors. It's very nondescript. You gotta keep that shit on the DL, you know? Don't want the cops coming by and seeing his car.
Get my cheese whiz, boy. So what else?
I don't know many Arnie movies, honestly.
No?
No.
Commando.
Not one of my favorites.
It's been forever since I've seen it.
Keith brought up two of them, I think. I assume these are Arnie movies. Red Heat
Yes.
and End of Days.
Red Heat is an interesting one because wasn't that like one of his breakthrough movies?
Yes.
That was. And he took the role because his like a lot of his relatives, I think his father, his brother or something like that, they were cops.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be a cop in a movie. And
Yes.
that was the closest role he could get.
When you can't be a cop in real life, go play one on TV.
And even at that, you're an Austrian playing a Russian.
Cocaine.
KGB officer. Yeah. that was pretty cool. But would you consider him the hero or the villain in that one?
See, that's hard to tell because according to his standards, he's being a hero.
But according to the American standard,
no, he's
a jackbooted thug.
Yeah.
He's just, taking down whoever he can.
Yeah.
Because he's sent by the KGB. But doesn't that make him a victim? Because he's just operating within the confines of the law enforcement strategy of that country.
Yeah, I could see that. So we could call him a tragic villain, or is he a tragic hero?
One or both.
It depends on which direction you're looking at it from.
Yeah. It's very deep.
Mm-hmm.
We found that this pulp movie review.
It goes a little bit deeper than the surface.
Yeah, you start peeling away the layers, man. You start to realize really quick this onion has a lot of layers, and then you start to cry a little.
Oh, God.
End of Days. I'm sorry, his character's the villain.
Nah, I never watched it.
Me neither.
I never watched Collateral Damage either.
Collateral Damage?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's another one that's not one of my favorites. It, Eraser, and Commando all kind of run together for me.
I thought Eraser was cool. I mean, the friggin' railguns were pretty cool. They had like the X-ray scope and shit.
Yeah.
That was neat. How about the Sixth Day?
Sixth Day.
The Sixth Day. He was the villain and the hero.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, because he had to take his life back from the clone they replaced him with.
And then it turns out he was the clone.
That's what any good clone would say.
Huh?
Keith brought up The Running Man also.
Yes!
Running Man. Yes. That's a
Richard
pulperific.
Dawson was the villain in that one. For sure.
Survey says! Sign here, victim.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely the hero in that one, without a doubt. With a whole lot of sidekicks and knows a whole lot of henchmen.
Yeah.
Including Jesse Ventura.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesse Ventura. And you also had the guy who played Mr. Svenning. No, not Mr. Svenning. LaFours in Mallrats.
Ah, that's right.
He played a security guard named LaFours in Mallrats, and he also played security in The Running Man.
That's right, he did.
Yeah.
Typecast.
Sven Stevenson? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. His first name was Sven. But that would explain why he didn't talk, because I think he was from, like, Germany or Austria or something. He probably didn't have, like, a really
Firm grasp of the English language. Yeah.
It was a lot of, pantomime and just odd
Mimicking
looks.
noises.
Yeah.
I watched a clip of some overseas talent show type of thing, like America's Got Talent, but in a different country. And the guy was singing Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, I think. And they're like, oh, this is amazing. So I watched it, and I'm watching it, and I go, this guy doesn't know what he's saying. He's mimicking the noises of the words.
Mm-hmm.
And Philip's like, what? I'm like, no, listen to the way he's making the noises. He's not speaking. he doesn't know what he's saying. He's mimicking the noises that he makes.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that was weird. I don't think I've ever noticed that happen before.
He doesn't know what he's saying.
I have a revelation about Running Man. Who was the one with all the electrical shit?
Oh.
Electro or something like that?
No. Maestro? He had like this opera, this opera shtick about him.
Yeah. But he's a victim.
Yeah.
He ran. They see him in the hallway. They kill him.
Yeah.
Christmas tree. Hey, light bright. All right. What else?
What else?
What else?
What else? Are we sticking with Arnie here? Or?
No, we can branch out from Arnie.
Fifth Element. Did you do that one yet?
Element.
No, we have not done Fifth Element.
I love that movie.
The villain. There were a couple of villains in that.
Well, yeah.
Zorg was definitely a villain.
Yeah.
But you also had the evil consciousness that was, hurtling itself towards
Yeah,
Earth.
but I mean, is that running on like autopilot, or was it consciously evil?
It was consciously evil because it was actually communicating.
Oh, okay.
Because it was communicating with Zorg, and at the same time, I mean, the object, this sphere, would change, and it would affect anybody that came near it. So
Keith says Chris Tucker was the hero.
Yes, I love him in that movie.
Lilu's the hero.
I would say without Chris Tucker, they probably would have failed.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it was a good movie, but he definitely made it.
Anti-hero in the movie.
Well, I mean, he did indicate to Corbin Dallas that there was a bomb.
Yeah.
Or no, that wasn't him. Well,
he said it a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of like, oh shit, Ruby Rod is freaking out. Something's going down.
And he definitely didn't look the part of the hero, so he didn't come off that way. That makes him an anti-hero.
It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. And
the whatchamacallit chick was kind of like a hero too, hiding that piece.
No, yeah, the opera singer.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what her name was.
I forgot too.
Because details.
Yeah.
The blue one.
Mm-hmm.
The blue one.
Yes.
I'd
say she's definitely like a hero.
I wanted to feel them.
I think they'd be sticky.
Sticky?
Sticky.
Like gym equipment that hadn't been cleaned? Kind of sticky?
No, like a balloon full of jelly sticky. Like, kind of squishy, but still had that firm bounce back.
Yeah, I figured it'd be
You
kind
put
of
a lot of thought into this.
I was thinking
Apparently.
of a firm, like the balls at the gym.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
We're all talking about touching
Balls.
some alien chicks.
Welcome to the Patty and Sonia show.
Head tentacles.
Oh my god. But yeah.
I didn't know you guys were so cool with head tentacles.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
I'm alright with that.
Well, hey.
You know. Don't know until you try it.
Yeah.
What else?
Pan.
Well, if Cthulhu rises from the bottoms of the ocean,
Yeah.
and comes back.
I grope them a little bit.
I know you guys would be like first in line.
Be like, hey man, how about them face tentacles?
I mean, you don't know what they can do with those things.
Right?
Davy Jones just got you all sorts of excited in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hell yeah. What the hell? On his face?
Yeah, like right there.
I'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. My safe word is sailboat.
Price.
Oddly enough, I'm pretty sure his safe word is sailboat too.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh.
So what other movies?
What other movies? Office Space.
Oh.
That's a tough one.
The Occupation is the villain.
The Occupation
Yeah.
is the villain.
There you go.
Yeah, because without that office, without the
Yeah.
occupation itself, you wouldn't have the fucked up HR guys. You wouldn't have the, you know, the boss that constantly comes around.
The hero's the
tells
guy
you
with
about
the
TPS
stapler.
reports.
Who burns the place
Melvin.
down?
Was it what was his name?
Milton or something? I think.
Milton. Milton.
Yeah.
And he was
With
played
his
by
stapler.
Stephen Root.
Yeah, he's the hero. He fixed the
Because
problem.
he defeated the villain.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
You know what's funny about that?
Over a
You
stapler.
know why that's so funny? Because Milton was actually the inspiration for that movie. Mike Judge had made a short film,
Yeah, I've
an
seen
animated
that.
short
Yeah.
of Milton, I think for Saturday Night Live or something, and that was his inspiration for making the movie.
Oh.
Was this focus, and the poor guy, you know, is working for free, and he doesn't even know it. He hadn't bitched about it. Nothing. It's like the HR guys are like, so what's up with this guy? You know, it shows he was let go a while back. Yeah, you know, we mailed him his severance check.
But, you know.
We stopped mailing him checks, and we figured it was gonna, you know,
Take
work
care of
itself
itself.
out. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, well, we've got to do something, you know, and they move him to the frickin' basement. Because he's got to keep showing up.
What do you do in that kind of situation?
I think the frickin'
That they just don't get it.
what was it?
You call the police.
I think the copier / fax machine.
That's a
was
little
also-
drastic, Tanya.
But the villain got his just
Drastic.
desserts and they killed him too early.
Yeah.
The copy machine.
Yes,
Yeah.
do that. Do exactly that.
PC load letter? What the fuck does that mean?
Do you guys remember the movie PCU?
Yes.
Fucking love that movie.
That was with Jeremy Piven.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Also
It was about
had,
a college.
that also had John Favreau,
And David Spade.
David Spade, and George Clinton in Parliament.
Yes. Oh my god, that was my favorite part.
That was cool.
Yes.
George Clinton showed up in that one.
So Keith said, first Harold and Kumar.
Oh, yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris is the hero. Save their asses at the end by giving them the money and the vehicle back so they could meet their goals and more.
Oh my
And
god.
more.
And more.
Yeah, I could see that. But who's the villain?
White Castle.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because-
Crystal is so
moving.
much better.
Because if they weren't stoned when they got to White Castle, then it would be disappointing. I think the only way you can find fulfillment at White Castle is if you're stoned out of your.
I've never had White Castle. I've never.
You're
lived
not
anywhere
missing
by it.
anything.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all
we
about
had
Crystal.
It really
I've never
wasn't
Crystal
very
Burger.
good.
Yep.
We got so excited to have it. I was excited to have it,
Uh,
and it was
Yeah, it was
Bland's
a-
Little Burgers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crystal is so much better.
But I thought Crystal Burger was like one of their. Isn't that an offshoot of White Castle? Isn't it like
They're
the
their
southern-
main competitor.
They're a
Really?
more flavorful version of.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like the bread and the meat patties were very bland at White
Oh.
Castle, but they were more flavorful at Crystal.
And White Castle, I think you have a White Castle slider and you have a White Castle slider with cheese. Like that's the amount of their
Yeah.
diversity. Crystal, hey, you want beef? That's fine. You want 2 patties? That's fine. You want chicken? Hey, we got that. Whatever you want, they have it.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a little off topic. There.
Yeah, we may have.
We keep doing
White
that,
Castle
it's
is the
okay.
villain. Crystal is the hero.
Even though it wasn't in that movie.
No, it wasn't. But it was the hero. Because all the while, it's fighting White Castle the whole way. You just don't see it.
I mean, you know, that's why when they went to the White Castle that was supposed to be there, it wasn't a White Castle. Because nobody fucking went there.
I think the guy that was at the drive-thru was definitely a hero. You don't want to eat it.
Well, can we ever... No.
No. Yeah.
I was reminiscing about the White Castle burgers.
Oh my god.
Those little patties. Crispy little onions.
I think the extreme guys were villains.
The extreme
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, definitely. Those guys
Check
are
it out,
assholes.
Doritos! Extreme!
Oh my god.
Kayaking in the corner store.
I wish there weren't really people
Extreme.
like that. Like, straight up.
They're all fucking listening to Wilson Phillips. That's extreme.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh.
What else?
Yeah. Keith, you got any more?
Yeah, right?
What is he?
Sister Act.
Sister Act.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, that's been a while.
Everybody outside of the church is a villain.
Mm-hmm.
No, not all of them. There's some people. Okay.
There was one. That was her little friend.
I just like that movie. It was fucking hilarious. And the second one was even better.
The second one, it's not as black and white on who the villains
No.
are, because she was
That one bitch's
talking to all the
mom
young
was
kids
pretty
and shit.
horrible. That didn't want the girl to sing and almost ruined her dreams. It was horrible. No, I'm not really that upset. It was.
The Mighty Ducks.
Oh, I like that movie.
Who's the villain there?
Any other team they were playing.
The Hawks. No, it was the coach of the Hawks that was the villain there, I believe.
Well, I think the villain to overcome was actually their inability to work together. I think it was teamwork.
I
was
think
the
Keith
hero.
is trying to say basketball.
Because he can't type.
Basketball. The
I never
heroes.
saw it.
The heroes of
Basketball.
basketball were actually the real big fish. That's who they were.
There you go.
Called
Because
it.
If
Real
you do
big
that one,
fish.
you gotta do dodgeball.
oh man, I love dodgeball.
The
I think
the
that's-
bad team, the purple team.
Oh, the
Ben Stiller.
what were they? The Cobras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the guy who was in Firefly? What's the actor's name?
Yeah, that was
There were multiple actors in that show.
no.
That
But
one
it was
guy.
also in
The one who played
Dodgeball.
Wash.
Oh, Wash. I don't remember.
He
his
also
name.
played. Oh my God, he played the android in Rogue One, the robot in Rogue One. Alan Tudyk.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
He was the hero of Dodgeball.
He was the pirate.
Yep.
Pirate Steve.
Art.
Oh yeah.
Peter. I'm not a pirate anymore. Peter. It's like, oh, that's too bad. Who am I going to share all this treasure with?
Art. Peter.
I guess another villain in that movie would probably be the Wrench.
Yeah.
or Rip Torn in general.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked him though.
He was a heroic villain.
He
Is
taught
it necessary
them.
for me to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile and I like the taste.
He's an anti-hero. There you go.
Oh man. Oh, here comes that scene. How much for the little girl?
Oh, God.
Sell me your children.
It's terrible.
Paul Rubens.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's Paul Rubens pre Pee-wee's
Yeah.
Playhouse.
That's right.
Pre-trouble with the law.
Look, I don't see what the big deal was.
I don't either.
Where did he get caught red-handed at?
An adult theater.
At adult
Yeah.
theater where everybody fucking goes and probably does that.
Yep.
So
I know. I didn't see the big deal either.
it
but,
was
you know.
the big deal was he was a child. You know, he was a child TV show host,
Yeah.
and that's
But you're expected not to have an adult life if you host a children's television show.
I mean, I think he did all right because how many Barneys have they gone through?
Dude, they had drama with the guy who plays Elmo.
This is segueing perfectly into another movie, Death to Smoochie.
Death to Smoochie. Holy shit! I haven't seen that one in years. Oh my god.
Because Smoochie's not a villain.
No, that was Edward Norton, and fuck, who else was in that? Oh my god.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. That's right. Robin Williams was.
Rainbow. I can't remember the character's name.
He was the villain in that one for a bit.
Yeah.
And I think towards the end there, they kind of made a compromise, and they both decided to host the show together. Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, you know, the villain and the hero, you know, who didn't really have an interest in being a hero. He was just kind of like, hey, I'm playing Smoochie. And Robin Williams fucking hates him because he took his job.
Yeah.
So he's trying to kill him. It's, oh man.
Goodbye to Spreaker.
Bye, Spreaker. I don't know why I'm waving. Can't
Because
see
someone
us.
has to.
They're gone now. They can't hear you either.
Fuck 'em. I'm just playing. Now they switched over to YouTube and they heard me say that. They're like, well, yeah,
Exactly.
Here it is.
Toys. I thought of that too.
Toys.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I think
How
the
much for the little girl? The women. How much for the women? What? Your women.
What?
I want to buy your women, the little girl, your daughters. Sell them to me. Send me your children. Maybe. Maybe.
oh my god.
Yeah. John Belushi at his finest.
Who's going to ask me to call the cops?
You wouldn't do that to me, would you, mate? He just got out of Joliet. He's on parole. Can't call the cops on him, man.
Put the band back together.
I said no, absolutely not.
Oh my god. Okay, toys.
Toys, I have not actually
Army
sat
guy.
down and watched that since I was a little kid.
The army guy and the people that want to shut down the whatchamacallit, the family members. But LL Cool J was a bomb.
I would say he was one of the heroes, if not
Yeah.
the hero of the movie.
He began as a brainless thug, but then he was like, found a heart.
Well, he snapped too, and he realized, look,
Yeah.
my CO is freaking overstepping his bounds. He's taking over a toy company, but he's
Yeah.
turning it into like, some Orwellian dystopian
Yeah.
You know,
Weapons.
weaponizing toys so kids
Yeah.
can go and fly them into battle and take out, whatever insurgents or whoever the hell they're trying to fight.
I loved the Whack Job sister. I loved her. She was so weird.
That was John Cusack's sister,
Yeah.
Joan Cusack.
Yes.
I hate when parents name their kids stuff like that. Like very similar names, John and Joan. I hate that shit.
It was probably because if they didn't want to fuck up calling either one. It's like, who are you talking to?
I feel like I would fuck up more often if their names were that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but the kids are less likely to hear it. They're gonna be like, I don't know who they called. Maybe we should both go.
You can start saying it and fix it halfway through.
Yeah.
John.
John.
I feel like that's a ridiculous reason to name your children what you choose.
We're trying to
Joe
find
and
some sort of
Josephine
legitimacy here.
I hate
Would be
that.
better because then you can use
Joe.
Joe. Joseph and Josephine.
You
I
could
still
just
hate
say,
that.
"Hey Joes."
Well, what was it?
And be
Hey,
Foreman,
Joes.
Both of the Joes.
Yeah. Foreman named all his kids after him. Doesn't he have like multiple sons all named like Foreman?
You
Well,
know,
obviously the
his
last
name's
name. but-
actually Chris.
Not Chris.
Chris doesn't have any
Who are we
kids.
Yeah.
talking about then?
The
That's why I'm
boxer.
confused.
Joe.
The one with the
George.
George Foreman.
George
The one with
Foreman.
the
What's
grill.
his last name though? Like you're saying, you named him all
He's got George Jr.,
Yeah.
George the First, George the Second.
He's got like multiple kids
They-
named George Foreman.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I've been
Yeah.
in one of his infomercials.
Oh God.
Not on screen, but you can hear me.
Like screaming in the background.
Of course.
Exactly.
Why did you name your kids all George?
What were you screaming?
I've been shot. They made the mistake of filming an infomercial at the San Jacinto Mall when I was in high school and a very full-time mall rat. And I happened to be walking in the aisle behind the stage. I was outside the ropes. And I just screamed out, "I've been shot." And about a year later, sitting there watching TV, and it's an infomercial.
And all of a sudden
George
you hear
Foreman.
yourself say, I've been shot!
It was the context in which it fit in that made it hilarious. How have you been ridiculed due to your size and your weight? And then you hear me, "I've been shot!"
Oh my God.
I didn't catch that in post.
Nope.
That's awesome.
Keith brought up a great movie I've forgotten about.
Idle Hands. I
Idle
love
Never
that
seen it.
one. What?
Devon Sawa, right?
Oh.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Right, Devon
Jessica
Sawa?
Alba, I think.
Well, I feel like
When
his
she was a
hand was the
baby.
villain.
Yeah, but wasn't that Devon Sawa and
I
like
don't know
Seth
the
Green?
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in it.
Well, Devon Sawa, he was in SLC Punk. He played the guy who like ran through the sprinkler system with like that sheet of acid.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And like
him.
the next time you see him, he's sitting
I didn't know
outside.
his name.
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
that kid, but I didn't know his name either.
Yeah.
Mom is turned into the devil
Yeah.
and shit. And this bull creature. Yeah. SLC Punk, man. SLC Punk.
Are you Jesus?
That was a great movie. That'd be a tough one to hero villain.
You're walking on water, man.
The villain is the system.
And the hero is Punk.
Yeah.
Well, Punk is the villain in the end.
Not really.
I mean,
the punk life
kinda
gets you in
is.
bad places, is what it kind of amounts to. Bad things happen to you.
It was clearly defined in the idea of order to chaos to order.
Yeah.
You can't have one without the
So
other.
you can't
It's
make
the yin
one of
and
those
the
a
yang.
hero or a villain then.
Right.
That's the case.
They're part of a balance.
Yeah.
Because you can't have one without the other. If you have nothing but order, then it's normalcy. If you have
the
nothing
dad
but
wasn't
chaos,
even a
it's
villain. The
normalcy.
dad was cool sometimes.
When?
They had conversations. Like, he didn't care. He wasn't bothered by his dad, I don't
Hey,
think.
JD, I was born on
And
the
his dad
same
wanted
day
good
that he
things
was.
for him. I don't know. That's a tough
That's
hero
cool.
villain
John
movie.
Lee
There's
Hooker.
not really
Yeah.
a
It's
clear
one of my big musical heroes right there.
Yeah, mine too.
Chemicals, man. That's the villain. Chemicals. I'll fuck you up.
And needles.
And needles.
Needles.
Oh.
Keith
Biggest
says-
hero of this film.
Keith says heavyweights.
Heavyweights.
Oh, that was the one with the fat camp, I think.
Yeah.
Yes?
I haven't seen that one either.
I don't remember it that well.
And it's been a while.
I remember Camp Nowhere.
I don't remember that one.
Had Christopher Lloyd in it.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one.
How about Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield?
Did see that? but it was
Barely
a long
remember
time.
it. Yeah, like I think I was a kid and I saw it
Not really.
once.
We're steering into territory that's not
Iffy.
been covered in a while.
I love this part of the
Bad
movie.
News Bears,
Oh, I love that one.
the original.
The
Yeah,
original.
Of course, of course.
I think the kids were the heroes.
Yeah.
Walter Matthau was
Interesting.
a villain?
Walter Matthau was the catalyst that caused them to be heroes.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
And Jackie Earle Haley, that was one of his first
Yes.
films. And
Yes.
That man is awesome. He's a really nice guy. If you ever run into him, talk to him. Especially if you're here in Texas or Houston or, you see him here, he's native Texan.
Well, I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I've every now and then he'll surprise me by, like, I'll post something or share something about Tanya or the kids, and he'll go and like it.
Aw.
And like
that's
I like
cool.
freak out mentally. Jackie Earle Haley just like my shit.
Rorschach, Freddy Krueger, freaking Mr. Kincannon from
Yeah.
Preacher. Man, what an actor!
Yes.
That guy's an amazing.
He's just an
actor.
all around great guy.
Yeah. One of the questions he asked is, we interviewed him, but one of the questions he asked afterwards was like, he's wearing an Astros shirt, like the old logo with the Astrodome on it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's, he actually got to play baseball in the Astrodome as a kid. And he's like, yeah, is that still around?
Aww.
And I'm like, well, yeah, it's still there. We just don't know what the hell to do with it.
The city can't tear it down, so
Turn into something, a water park or whatever.
Keith said Time Cop.
Time Cop. I haven't seen that one.
Just remember, the same matter cannot occupy the same space. Otherwise, turn into a puddle of goo.
Like you.
Puddle of goo.
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all. I was trying, but nope. I was getting mixed up with another movie that we have with a cop thing, time traveling or something.
I've got a good one,
Uh-oh.
and this is a much newer movie. Jet Li's Hero.
I didn't see it.
No, that movie was pretty epic.
And that's an incredibly deep film to
Yeah.
determine a hero and a villain.
Because he is slowly being brought closer to the Emperor.
Yeah.
He's making his way through the levels of security that the Emperor has.
Yeah, but like throughout the majority of the film, the Emperor is being painted as the villain because he's conquering all these neighboring countries and everything.
Yeah.
And right at the end, you learn that no, the fastest way to peace is to let him succeed.
Yeah.
Because then you won't have all these neighboring countries at war all the time.
It'll
It'll
have
just
a
be one
unified-
nation.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes the Emperor a hero in a sense, but then hearing the Emperor speak of it, he's not.
He's a tyrant.
Yeah. But at the same time, with that in mind, Jet Li's not really a hero either.
he is the reason the Emperor becomes a hero.
Yeah.
And he was only sent there. He was only there to give him a message.
Yeah.
And the minute he turned his back, the Emperor was like, "No, kill him."
Yeah.
And no, that was an incredibly deep movie. And I love the use of color. I love the use of just set design, the scene, everything. It was breathtaking.
Yes. I'll take it you haven't seen it, Patty. I'll let you borrow it.
Something to watch.
Okay.
Something to watch.
It is in subtitles.
Nah, it's alright.
But like we've been talking about, it is an incredibly deep and emotional film.
So I'm gonna cry.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
I did.
Okay.
I still, to this day, the last scene, I'll bawl like a little baby.
Keith brought up a couple more movies. I've never heard of those, but Tango and Cash.
Tango and Cash.
I haven't seen that since I was a little kid, man.
That was Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. And I can't even remember the premise there. They're like at one point they're trying to break out of a prison. There's some guy with a
Was it Stallone?
Stallone and
I want it. Okay.
no. It was,
You've seen it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. It was
I was
Stallone
thinking
and
Burt
Kurt
Reynolds.
Russell.
I don't know.
No, Burt Reynolds in that one. If there was a Burt Reynolds in that one, I don't think I noticed him.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
I have not seen that yet, but I've been wanting to see it.
That's almost like there almost isn't a hero or a villain in that one. It's like everything crescendoed at the end, and that's kind of like the director's thing. Guy Ritchie just does that in his films. You have a lot of different characters that are doing different things, and eventually all these things start intertwining and their lives, collide at some point. The villain in that one, I would say obviously would be Hatchet Harry, but then there's the guns. 'Cause, did they get rid of them? Didn't they? We don't know.
Yeah.
The guy was like in the middle of it. He dropped his cell phone, and there's the guns, and his cell phone's ringing because the guys are calling him, telling him don't throw the guns away, because they realize that wasn't Bullet Tooth Tony, that was Snatch. Vinnie Jones's character comes in and basically gives him the guns, and they're like, "What the fuck are we gonna do with these?" Or gives him the bag that's empty and it has the magazine. The auction magazine with the guns in it, and they realize how much those things could go for.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, "Oh shit, what do we do?" But regardless, I know, Patty, you haven't seen it, but that still doesn't give it away. It's a great film.
Oh, it's fine. I wouldn't ruin it.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Groundhog Day. I fucking hate that movie.
Oh, I love that
hate
day
it
itself
so
much.
I love that movie.
I hate that movie as much as you love it.
Ned Ryerson
Hate
is the
it.
villain.
Oh.
Needle nose Ned the head.
Oh.
I am so glad to see you.
Every friggin' time I see that movie or a show like it, it makes me want to bash my fucking face into the table repeatedly until I pass out.
So you feel like Bill Murray did halfway through that movie?
Yes, entirely.
Going downstairs, grabbing the toaster, going back up to the room.
Oh.
Just ripping it out the wall.
Yes.
Getting in
oh
the
my
bathtub,
God. Fuck
plugging
yes.
it in, and turning it on, and then just burn.
That is me. Every time I see a show or a movie like that, I cannot stand it. After about the second or third time, I'm done. I will shut it off. I will change it. I don't care. I can't stand it.
What is the room? What is the room? Looks back at Jeopardy, and the guy answers, and everybody in the room's like, he's sitting there with popcorn and a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Towards the end of the movie, he definitely did become the hero there.
Yeah.
He used all this extra time to better himself, and to better the situation he was in. He saved that little kid every day. Mm-hmm. He helped those ladies out with their flat tire every day.
Yeah.
And
I would have killed myself every day.
But he spent all that time trying to make himself better, and win the woman of his dreams' heart, which he didn't even know Like he had no idea. He was like, "Oh, you're just some whatever. I'm above you. I'm the weatherman from blah 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 blah." You know, I think the true villain in that was his hubris.
Yes. Yes.
You know, he thought he was so full of himself, and he had to lose that to become a better person.
Shazam.
I never saw it.
Oh. I think the dad's the villain in that one. But I wouldn't call Shaquille O'Neal the
Hero?
nah, not even a little bit.
And Ray Charles, hardcore, dude.
Oh.
Breaks my heart to see a boy that young turn to crime.
Richie
see him?
Rich.
Richie Rich, the money. The money's the villain.
Yeah.
Money's always the villain.
Hell
And
yeah.
there is no hero in that film. Everybody lost. Because they still had the money.
Yeah.
The villain won.
Now he changed it to Kazam.
Kazam.
Kazam?
Apparently that's what he meant.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
I was still talking about
it's
it.
Kazam.
But yeah, Shaquille O'Neal's not the hero. He's not a villain either.
He's a genie.
The kid that grew up and wound up on Veronica Mars.
Ellie Weissel? Eli Weissel?
Something like that. He's an anti-hero. He's doing good things, but for his own selfish means.
I never watched it.
I did. A
I
lot.
can tell. What?
I
What
didn't
then?
either.
You didn't either? Okay.
No.
Well, I'm glad I'm not in that.
I watched it when I was a
myself.
kid, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I don't really remember it very well, storyline-wise.
She was a big fan of Veronica Mars, and I was the one that made the connection of that kid.
Oh, you know what? Going back to Groundhog's Day, there's a connection I always make. The guy who played Zod in Superman was actually in Groundhog's Day. He was the one of the young couple that bought wrestling tickets.
Ah,
that
yes.
got WrestleMania tickets.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the movie, that was a very young Zod.
Yeah, he was Eminem's stepdad in 8 Mile.
Yeah.
And former schoolmate. Yeah, they went to school together, and then he wound up hooking up with his mom.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's not weird at all.
No. I think Donald Duck Dunn is the ultimate hero in this film.
Yeah.
Keith said Little Giants. Rick Moranis
Oh,
did a
yeah.
good job
Oh, wow.
turning his brother around. So would his brother be the anti-hero?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sort of. No. I don't know. Because if a villain gets turned around, does it still count? I guess.
I guess the true happy ending to a movie like that, where you have a villain, is where everybody's a good guy at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Or dead. You can't be good. We're gonna just kill you.
Yeah.
Just ask Zod.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't stop.
Nope.
He wanted to recreate Krypton at any cost. I mean, he was going to destroy everything regardless. Superman let him live. I mean, it's a very Zod mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, no, all or nothing, bitch. What do you do?
Yep. And the only way to respond to anything like that is an
Snap
all or
his neck.
nothing
Yeah.
mentality.
Go against what you believe is right, and you got no choice.
Yeah.
I look at the big picture.
They made Superman a murderer in that one.
And I know a lot of Superman fans were real pissed off about that.
I'm not.
I'm not either, and I'm. Well,
Yeah,
y'all
you're
know
a
me.
hardcore
It was like the
Superman
last
fan.
choice, you know?
Yeah, and in the situation that he was in,
Last
I could see
resort.
it. Yeah, I could see that. That's definitely in the realm of possibilities for Superman.
Well, Zod would definitely bring Kal-El to that extent. I
Yeah.
He would push that.
He was doing wrong for the right reason.
Exactly. And it fucked him up over it too.
Yeah.
He became more withdrawn after that.
Oh, God.
What? Are you okay, Patty?
And ran off to his little cave to pout.
No, he didn't have one yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He still didn't have one.
They didn't establish that in BBS?
No.
Still didn't have a Fortress of Solitude?
Nope.
Didn't he go up to the mountains though? Thought
Yeah.
he did that.
Well, he flew the Kryptonian ship and landed it off in the
I remember there being snow.
In the snow.
snow.
In the
somewhere.
snow. No, but he did, in BVS, he did retreat up there and he saw Jonathan Kent.
Yeah.
But there was no, like, fortress or anything. It's just him in the mountains.
Yeah.
I was kind of waiting for it, honestly, when I saw him walking through the snow and stuff. I'm like, oh, he's going to his little cave.
Honestly, I think if we're going to have a Fortress of Solitude, we're going to see it in Justice League here in a couple weeks.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope
Thor
I actually
Ragnarok
like the
dropped
theater.
this Friday.
Yeah.
haven't
And
seen
guess
it
who
yet.
hasn't seen it?
No.
All you've seen it?
I have not.
Oh.
None of us have seen it yet. I've heard it was good.
It's hilarious.
I've heard from a source that I trust on Marvel films that it is by far the best Marvel film they've put out yet.
Oh, I've got to see this now.
Yeah, so
I liked all the ads leading up to it.
I had to threaten him a lot to keep him from spoiling anything for me.
That happens.
But it's apparently it's also the funniest Marvel film they've put
Well,
out.
I figured they were going to go that route because of the ads that were leading up to it. I mean, you had Thor hanging out in Australia,
Yeah.
like rooming with some guy named John Stevenson, son of Steve. He's like, so when are you going to get a job? And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't need a job. It's like, well, how am I going to pay? How are you going to pay?
That's
for
worth
your
like
rent?
a gazillion human dollars.
See, look, you're a bajillionaire now. It's like they're not going to accept these.
Yeah.
Like, you can set up a shop. Does Guardian Wares? You know? He's all riding a 10-speed around the apartment. I love that. The guy's like his roommate's over here trying to freaking Swiffer the floor, and he's left Mjolnir on the floor. The guy can't pick it up, and he says he has to go around it.
A little Mjolnir. What's he holding? Me.
It's like, yeah, well, the Avengers didn't call me. And they had this Civil War.
Send a
thing.
raven.
Yeah, Tony Stark hasn't even mentioned. It's like, oh, hold on. Hey, T-Bone, how's it going? Yeah, have you talked to Thor? He really wants to talk to you. No, you don't.
He
have
says he
time?
doesn't have your number.
Says he doesn't have. He doesn't have a cell phone.
Send a raven.
He says you have to send a raven.
Oh, you can talk to him right now. Oh, you're too busy.
Busy?
But apparently the line that made everybody laugh just for the trailer. And we know each other. He's a friend from work.
Yeah.
It was a little kid that, and for those of you who don't follow Mark Ruffalo on Twitter or his Instagram, he's an incredibly charitable person. Pretty much, if he's not filming, he's helping somebody else. That's this guy. Well, there was this kid, and that's one of the things this little kid in a wheelchair wanted to do. He wanted to meet Thor, and he wanted to meet the Hulk. So Mark Ruffalo flew him to the set.
Aww.
And this kid is the one that came up with the line, we know each other, he's a friend from work.
It's totally something Thor would say at that point.
Yeah.
I like how Thor I like how they played him in this series because he's trying to be human and he's very awkward at it.
I will never forget his first moment with basic human interaction, drinking a cup of coffee and throwing it on the ground. Excellent. I'll have another.
I'm gonna start doing that.
I like how he's always good-natured about everything, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
We
gonna start doing
drank,
that at
we fought.
Starbucks.
He proved his honor. But we are overtime.
Oh, shit.
Sponsors.
Alright, we are sponsored by... Oh, I'm getting the finger. Not the bad one, though.
Captain Jack.
Okay, Captain Jack's Elixirs in Baytown, Texas. www.captainjackselixirs.com. And also, All-Star Comics and Games, also in Baytown, Texas, on Alexander. I don't know the address.
Bay Plaza Shopping Center on North Alexander Drive. Phone number 281-839-7127.
Beautiful. There they are. And If you enjoy us, please like our video down below. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any goodness. You can go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also our website, www.thenerdery.net.
Before we go, though, I do have something to say. If you are in the Houston area or anywhere near it, and you like to go to Renaissance Festival, and you're a nerd, this coming weekend is Heroes and Villains. So
Yes.
dress up as
So
your
you can
favorite
nerd it
hero
up.
villain and go to Ren Fair and enjoy.
That's an awesome announcement.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Hey,
So if you got nothing planned this weekend,
check it out. I'll be there.
And one more quick thing, huge round of applause to Giggles, our impromptu producer.
she doesn't
tonight.
even know. She's like, I don't know why I'm clapping, but yay. Yay me.
Giggles, a.k.a. Vanatanya, a.k.a. the woman behind the computer over here.
The woman behind the curtain. It's like
Yeah.
the Wizard of Oz shit.
She's working the soundboard.
Yeah.
She's
trying to
essentially
do
in a
this
little
one.
cubicle that I've created over there.
So it is like the Wizard of Oz.
Surrounded by your organized mess.
I
Yes,
wear
my-
many hats.
Hats.
My highly organized
You're
mess.
not wearing a hat right now.
I'll have to wear it.
Oh,
Right.
she caught it.
Now she's wearing a hat.
All
There
right.
you go.
But she's only a woman of one hat right now. She said many hats.
It actually looks good on
Oh,
you.
there you go. Many hats. There we go. And headphones. That counts.
I gotta get that producer cam back up.
Right. Okay, I guess that's it then.
We've had a lot of fun.
Yes.
Y'all have a good evening.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for joining us. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Keith. Thank you for being an awesome viewer.
Right.